You stand in the cold twilight of your own making. Before you, a monument, not of stone, but of sweat, sleepless nights, and sacrifice. This is your purpose, your grand design, the thing you bled for. And you thought you were building it for her. You remember the beginning? The fire in your eyes was a flame she warmed her hands by. She whispered words of encouragement. Build it, she'd say. Build it for us. And you, a willing architect of your own heartache, believed her. Every sunrise you missed, every friend you ignored, every drop of life you poured into the mortar. It was an offering, a sacrifice at the altar of her approval. But you started to notice the cracks, not in the walls you built, but in the fantasy you lived in. Her praise was not for your effort, but for your progress. Her affection, a reward for milestones met. When you were exhausted, she was distant. When you doubted yourself, she was a ghost. But when a new tower was raised, a new gear set in motion, she would reappear. A beautiful phantom drawn not to you, but to the hum of your ambition. You are confused. You think it's your fault. What am I doing wrong? You ask the silence. You try harder, you build faster, you sacrifice more. You carve her name into the cornerstone, hoping she will finally see you. She smiles, but she's not looking at the name. She's looking at the cornerstone, at what it represents. This isn't a flaw. This is not a failure of her love. You have to understand this. It's a feature, a primal piece of psychological code written over millennia. A man is his direction. His purpose is his trajectory. It is the vessel he captains through the chaos of life. A woman, from an evolutionary standpoint, is drawn to the strength of the vessel and the clarity of the captain's destination. She doesn't fall in love with the sailor. She falls in love with the journey, with the promise of a safe harbor. Your love, your affection, your personality. These are the cabin's decor. They are pleasant, but they won't keep the ship afloat in a storm. Your purpose, that is the hull, that is the engine. That is what moves you both forward. This is not cold or transactional. It is survival. It is psychology. Let me tell you about the musician. He played for love. He played for her. His melodies were beautiful, ethereal. She called him a genius, his biggest fan. He wrote a symphony for her, his magnum opus. He poured his entire soul into it. But then a rival composer emerged. His music was louder, more ambitious. It filled the grand concert halls. Suddenly, the musician's quiet melodies seemed small. His genius was now just a hobby. And she, his muse, she was gone. He found her, weeks later, in the front row of his rival's concert. She wasn't cruel. She hadn't betrayed him. In her mind, the symphony had simply moved to a grander stage. She didn't love the musician, she loved the music. And she would always follow the grandest orchestra. And in that moment, the harsh, cold, liberating truth crashes down on you. She did not love you. She loved what you were building. She was in love with your potential, the shadow you cast. You were the key, but she only loved the door it promised to unlock. The pain of this is immense. It feels like a betrayal, a negation of everything you felt. But then, something else follows the pain. A strange, quiet clarity. If her love was conditional, then it was never the fuel. It was a distraction, a beautiful, intoxicating distraction. And now, you're free. You stop building for her, you start building for you, because the drive to create, to strive, to build your purpose was always yours. This truth does not have to make you bitter. It should make you sovereign. Your purpose is your own. It is your anchor in a chaotic world. Do not offer it as a gift to someone who only wants to live in the house you build with it. Build your ship, captain it with integrity, and know that the right woman will not love you for the destination. She will love the sea, and she will want to sail beside you.